Thank you for being here tonight. In case you don't know me, I'm Susan, and I am one of the directors and owners of the studio. And we are excited you're here. We want to thank you for taking the time out of your night. We are excited to kind of go over some of our safety precautions we have in place, our procedures, and our class structure for the new year. So we really wanted to get this out to everyone before registration opens tomorrow. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know Miss Kristen is also on the call with me. And you guys are welcome to type in any questions you may have. Hopefully, I will cover most of them in our presentation. But in case I don't, at the end, Ms. Kristen will help me look through the questions and make sure we get everyone's questions answered for you, okay? So feel free to type those in at any time, but we will wait till the end of the presentation to go over the questions, okay? All right, well, we'll get started. I know all of our time is precious, so I'll get started and get us out of here. Okay, so as most of us know and feel, dance is so much more than dance. These kids come to dance to connect with their friends, their dance friends, their teachers, the physical activity. It's all so important. So especially in the world we're living in, I know my small kids too, you know, it's so important that we can keep these kids active and social in a safe environment. So we've been working really hard over the summer to make sure we can provide that for our families when we return to classes August 22nd. So we're excited to connect with you, and we'll get started here with our presentation. I did do a PowerPoint slides here to kind of help us. You're welcome to take notes, but I am going to post all of this on our website after tonight, so you guys can refer back to it if needed. Okay, so we'll get started with our studio safety orientation. All right, first, I just want to say a really big thank you to all of our dance families. Your loyalty means the world to us. A lot of you danced with us last year, stuck it out with us, and we had a wonderful time at our outdoor recitals in June. They looked very different than our normal recitals, but they were so much fun. So we just want to say thank you to all of our returning families, and a big welcome home to our returning families and any new families coming in. We've really missed having the kids at the studio weekly and daily, so we're really excited to get back on August 22nd. All right, so we'll get started with our basic safety procedures and how we're gonna run things at both of our locations in Omaha and Bellevue. So we are gonna ask that dancers arrive 5 minutes before class, and they should come dressed and ready to go. We are not gonna allow changing in the bathrooms. We just wanna avoid any extra contact that we don't need to have. So please have your dancers come dressed and ready. And then they need a dedicated bag just for dance, and a small one would be great. All they need is their shoes, any accessories. We'll go over that in a minute because we've got some new dance kits we're introducing, and a water bottle. We are going to keep our water fountains closed, so if they could bring their own water bottle, that would be great too. On-time arrival and pickup is really important. And then dancers will wait outside at their assigned entrance until the teacher brings them in. So we'll go over that a little more in detail, but they will wait outside right before their class till the teacher comes out. So then outside, they will go to their, not outside. They will have assigned spots outside, but then they'll come in and they'll go to an assigned spot in the dance studio. So for the little ones, we're actually going to have 6-foot boxes in the rooms, just like we did on the stage at our outdoor venue. So each dancer will go to their 6-foot box. For the older ones, they won't actually have the box, but they will have they'll have spots marked 6 feet apart. They should also use the restroom before they arrive. Bathrooms will be open, but if they could please go before they arrive so that, hopefully they don't have to go during class. And then when they come in, dancers will all have their temperature checked, and they will get hand sanitizer. We do have the no-touch infrared thermometers that we'll be using. And if a dancer has a temperature of 100.4 or greater, they will not be permitted to come in that day. Also on that note, dancers will keep their bags, the younger ones will keep their bag in the 6-foot box. We'll have a little place marked for their dance bag. So they literally will come in to their 6-foot box and remain in that box during class. For the dancers, masks will be optional. Students will not be required to wear the mask, as we will be able to maintain the 6-foot distance at all times. There will be limited movement around the dance room to ensure the safety of the 6-foot distance. So they are optional for the dancers. That's up to you as the parents. And we'll talk about the teachers in a minute, but again, if they are wearing them, we will help make sure they keep them on, but that is going to be up to you. We kind of already talked about this, but on a side note, dancers need their own water bottle. Water fountains will not be in use, and please, no food or drinks allowed other than water. Okay, lobby. We are going to keep our lobby closed. We just feel it's really important to keep out any extra people and germs during this time. So no waiting or socializing in the lobby. The lobby areas will remain as walkways and not waiting areas. So, but we are working on the best way. We are going to make sure most of our classes are available for observation on your phone or tablet. So we will be getting more information out about that, but if you're waiting in your car or if your dancer's here longer and you go home for a little bit, we will have a way for you to check in on your dancer and, you know, see what's going on in the classroom. Our only exceptions for that are going to be our Twinkle Babies, which is our 18-month-olds to 2, and our Twinkle Stars, which is our 2 to 3-year-olds. We are going to allow one parent or guardian inside the classroom for the duration of the class. So our Twinkle Babies is a mommy and me, daddy and me class. So that would be a parent anyway, but we are going to also start our Twinkle Stars with a parent in the room this year. Just with COVID and not being able to touch the dancers and help, you know, take those 2-year-olds back to their spot, we're going to have a parent help us out the first part of the year, and then we'll reevaluate in January and possibly have the parents outside of the room starting the second semester. For our preschool age group, which is our 3-4s, they will be allowed one parent to stand in the lobby on the socially distant markers. So a lot of that age group still needs a parent to walk them in, and we completely understand that. So the one parent will be allowed in the lobby during class, but they must wear a mask, get temperature checked, and also have the hand sanitizer. And then no siblings or outside food allowed at this time. And we really appreciate your cooperation and understanding with that, but we just need to keep the extra germs out so that our dancers can come back to us to a really safe environment right now. All right, our teachers and staff. So our teachers and staff will definitely be wearing their masks in between classes as they're letting the kids out, bringing the new ones in, helping the dancers get into their spots. But when they do get up to the front to teach, and they are a safe six feet apart from your kids, they will take them off in the middle of class to teach. It's really important that these kids can hear us and see our facial expressions. It's such a big part of teaching dance. So again, we will always make sure we're 6 feet apart before we take off our masks. But the teachers and staff will definitely have them on in between. And then our staff will also be checked for temperatures and use hand sanitizer upon entrance. And then for administrative business, we would really appreciate it if it was done online, over the phone, or virtually at this time. So the normal popping into the office during your dancer's class for questions, unfortunately, will not be an option at this point. You're welcome to call during class. And if we don't answer, sometimes the office staff will be helping with the temperature check. So just maybe wait 5 minutes and call back. But we will be adding time to our daytime hours so that you will have plenty of time during working hours during the day to get in touch with someone if you need to. All right, for our cleaning of our facilities, the studio will be cleaned each night and in between classes. So we'll do some basic cleaning in between, but at night we will be cleaning all the floors and doing a really deep cleaning at night of each studio. There'll be signs on the walls and decals on the floors to keep everyone socially distant and in the studio. And the teachers we will do our best to keep reminding those dancers to keep their distance. Bathrooms will also be cleaned periodically during the evening. Okay, pickup protocols. So after class, at the end of your dancer's class, CA staff will escort the dancer out to the designated pickup area. In some locations, the drop-off and pickup will be the same. In some, it may be different. So at our Omaha studio, we actually do have 4 different doors. We don't always use them, but we will be during this time. And Bellevue actually also has 2 different doors. So we will be emailing each class individually with where your pickup and drop-off doors are. before we start, so you know. And so we'll go over that in more detail as we get closer. But we'll need one parent or guardian to be present to pick up your dancer right after class. And we can't have late pickup, so please be on time because we'll be escorting the one class out and bringing in the next one. And then parents, if you could please wear a mask and keep your 6-foot distance when you pick up. So we will have stickers on the ground outside so that the kids and parents know where to wait when they're coming in and when they're waiting to be picked up. All right, so this is just a quick sample class drop-off pickup timing. Susie's class is 4:44 to 4:45. So arrive around 3:55 to give your dancer time to get to the drop-off area. Susie and her mom, if needed, will walk to the markers and wait for the CA staff to welcome Susie into the studio. So if it's a younger dancer and mom wants to wait with her on the marker, that's great. If she's a little bit older and can go stand on the marker by herself, that's great too. So at 4 o'clock, CA staff will greet the dancers and do entrance protocols, the temperature and sanitizing, and Susie will wave goodbye to mom. Then at 4:45, Susie will walk back out to the pickup area to meet mom and go home. So we will have extra staff and we have our assistants helping too, and our teachers will be trained really well. So we promise we will make this, very quick and easy process, but we want to make sure we're very organized and keep everyone safe. All right, so for our 2021 classes offered, the class schedule is online. So if you haven't looked at that, it is on our website. And we will be offering the in-person and virtual classes, which for the most part, hopefully, will be in person, but we are ready with our virtual options if necessary. We will also be offering a couple virtual only classes for anyone that still isn't quite ready to come back to the studio. Those classes are not online yet, but they are coming. So if anyone is interested in that, feel free to reach out to us and let us know too. We're working on what times will work best for that in the fall. Okay, so as most of you know, registration does open tomorrow, July 22nd, and 50% off registration will be offered tomorrow and Thursday. So instead of $40 registration fee, it'll be $20 for the next 2 days. And then classes begin August 22nd. And we're really excited. This is something I'm really, really excited for. With the new dance season and all the changes, it's changed the structure of our classes a little bit because we can't go across the floor and skip around the room like we normally do with especially our younger ones. So these new dance kits will be offered to all of our recreational dancers, and they are made to help make dance fun, keep it fun. They're designed to meet the dancers at their appropriate age and stage. So these kits are included in your studio registration fee and monthly class tuition. The kit will initially come with a few things, and then each month they will get something new to add to their kit. So this is all included in your registration fee and your tuition. But this is really going to help keep our classes engaged and having fun during this, abnormal times. So how it works is you will get your kit on the first day of class. So each dancer gets their own kit so that we're not sharing any items, and they'll bring it with them to class each week. Then each month, like I said, you'll get a new prop to coordinate with our monthly themes. And these kits and these props will also help strengthen gross motor skills, foster creativity, quality of movement, and they can practice at home. So the next slide has a picture of our Twinkle Star kit. So this is the one that is for our ages 2 to 5, our Twinkle Babies and Twinkle Stars and preschool classes. So they will get the dance case, which is kind of hard to see, but they're kind of like a mini suitcase. And the nice thing about that is it won't take up very much room in their dance square that they're going to be dancing in. So the case is included in their kit, and their dance shoes will fit in there. So this could become their dance bag each week. And their initial kit will also come with the Twinkle Bear, the tiara, the fairy wand, and the princess scarf. So all of that is included. We do have a boy kit as well. We have a boy in a tux and a crown. So we have a boy kit. We love our boy dancers. The Pop Star kit, which is all of our combo classes and hip hop classes, they're gonna get the case. They're gonna get pom-poms, a ribbon wand, and a scarf to start. And for our rock stars, this is our ages 8 and up. This is our junior line, senior line. We are making them stretch kids. So because we're gonna be, again, confined to more of an area, we wanna make sure we can still be working hard. They are gonna get a stretch band and a foam block. And this will really help us work on our flexibility and our balance. So we're excited to be offering these kits this year. All right, I think I've covered everything on my list. Again, thank you so much for your time today. Kristen is now gonna pop back on with me and look over some of our questions and see if there's anything else that I didn't cover that I can help with today. Otherwise, feel free, you guys, to email us or call anytime. If we don't answer, leave a message. We check it daily, and we're checking email pretty much all day long. So especially with registration opening tomorrow, if you have any questions tomorrow and you can't get a hold of us by phone, please email us. We will get right back to you, okay? But like I said earlier, class size is limited. We're really, it depends on the studio. Some of our studio rooms are bigger than others. And so we want to make sure everyone stays, has their 6-foot box. And so some of our rooms can only hold 8, whereas some of them can hold 10 to 12. So it just depends on the room and also the age. So that's why when you look online tomorrow, you might see some classes have a capacity of 8 and some have 12. It really comes down to the size of the dance room we're using. So, okay, Kristen.
I'm trying to get myself back.
Oh, she's trying to get back up.
Okay, here I am. Sorry. I had to go back to my gallery view. So just a couple questions. The first one is, will there be a limit on class sizes?
And that's what I think I just,
Yep.
I just read your mind. So yeah, I hope that answered that. So yeah, it will be limited, and we're gonna have to be really strict on that. We won't be able to increase that, unless restrictions change, come January. But no, we will be very strict on our class sizes.
What time does registration open tomorrow?
So registration opens at 8 a.m. tomorrow.
We'll be ready.
We'll be ready.
We're excited.
Yes.
I can answer this one. It's just easier if I answer it. So the drop-off areas are going to be geared toward what room you are in, right in front of the door. So if you are parked, for example, right up the main, you can watch them walk to their area and still be in visual with them. And we really, like Susan said, are going to be organized in how that works. Especially after the first week or so, we'll really get there. But it will be in viewing distance, so you'll still be able to see your 4-year-old, if you choose to drop them off, walk to the spot, if that makes sense. And if you have a sibling, if you're just dropping them off outside, see what would be, like if you have a little sibling, just to drop them off, they can, if you're holding them, you're more than welcome to hold them as you drop off at the front, absolutely.
Absolutely, yes.
And the last question, unless we have more, we can have some more questions. So the Twinkle Stars class, there can only be one person with your child. We can't have younger siblings in the class either, because one, that would be really distracting, and we are trying to keep that since we do have to limit our class size. And adding adults to that too, we have to limit our participation. So unfortunately, if your kiddo is doing the Twinkle Stars babies or the Twinkle Stars, it can only be one adult to child in that situation, because we are trying to really have them focus with you in the room, either participating or not. You can just sit and be watching from the spot, or you can participate with them. It kind of depends on what that is. But yeah, we do have to keep that to the one adult per child.
And it's not just what we want, but we want all of our customers to feel safe coming to our studio. So we just really have to be strict with our guidelines so that, we can offer our classes in a really, really safe environment. So we really appreciate it. And we'll see come January, maybe things will, loosen up a little bit. But, and I also did want to say we have had some summer classes with our competitive teams, our performance team, and some JoJo camp and a couple things. So we've been practicing. So it's not like we haven't seen anyone. We haven't seen a lot of you since March, or except for recitals. So we're so excited, but we have been, testing things and having some classes, and things have been working really, really well. So we're not going into this totally blind. We have had some practice, and we feel really good about how we're gonna structure things come August.
And then can you go over the difference of ages? You just have a couple. From
Yeah.
combo to junior line.
Yeah. So
in grades.
Yeah. So ages really quick, because I know normally we try to do recommendations at the end of the year, and with the way things ended, it was just something what didn't get to happen. So I apologize. We apologize on that. But generally and we're adding a Twinkle Baby and Me. So that actually is brand new. We have never had 18-month-olds before, so this will be fun. But having a parent, I mean, we're really excited. I think it'll go well. But then our Twinkle Stars are our 2 to 3-year-olds. And then our preschool is preschool age. So 3 to 5. If they're in preschool, they should be in the preschool class. And that's there's always an exception to the rule if they've already been in our preschool class for a couple of years. Sometimes we'll bump them up if they're turning 5 soon. But most likely, if they're in preschool, they should be in preschool. Our combo class, which is our combination ballet, tap, and creative movement, that is our kindergarten and first graders. Again, this is the general rule. So combo is kindergarten and first. Junior line is second through fourth. And then, which is like 7 to 10-year-olds. And then senior line would be 10 and up, which is like 4th through 6th. So I hope that helps. And if you have a specific question, just send us an email. We'll get right back to you.
Someone asked about instructors. So if you go to our website and you look at the day, the instructor is actually right next to it, so you do see who is teaching who. It's not underneath, it's right next to that class on our schedule.
Yeah. So
just check that out to see if you have someone specific in mind.
Yep. All of our instructors are on the schedule, and then tomorrow when you register, they'll all be on there as well. And if you're our current student with us, when you go to register tomorrow, at the top, when you click on register, it'll say already a customer, click here to log in. And so if you've never logged in before, you might want to even do that tonight. It'll say, I forgot my password, and you can put in your email that we have on file. So whatever email you get our emails from, put that email in, and it'll send you reset your password. But that way you don't have to set up a whole new account. You're already in our system, so all you need to do is log in and pick your class. It's pretty simple.
This is a really funny question, and it's not funny, but we just talked about this before we hopped on the meeting with you. We are adding a tumbling.
This one, the junior senior line.
Yeah, so junior line can go to it from a moment.
Yep, we are going to add a tumbling at 7 o'clock on Mondays for the junior senior lines. So that will be on there tomorrow. We're going to get it added to the website and on the schedule tomorrow. So it'll be at 7 o'clock, right after junior line and right before senior line for any of those kids that want to do it.
Yeah, we got thumbs up.
Good.
And then I don't know this answer. Can they use the app for registering, or does it have to be through the website?
Yep, no, you can use the app. And I will apologize. The app hasn't totally been updated on some of our other info, but if you're just using it to log into your account, you can totally register from the app.
Oh, I can answer this. I don't know.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Someone asked about if we have baby siblings and carriers. If you're looking past December, we hope that this might not continue for the Twinkle Stars. We're hoping that we can go back to parents being outside of the room and just Twinkle Stars being in the class, and hopefully by then it's going to be interesting to see how that transition goes, but we are really hoping that by January for the second half of the year, we are having the parents outside of the room and not in the square with them. As for before, you're maintaining this distance in the square. If I'm doing this wrong, tell me. But we have the Twinkle Stars, they have a square, and the parents are actually in the square with them. So the less room, that's why we're asking only that one person for Twinkle, because if we have more things in the area, they won't be able to move throughout the box, if that makes sense. But January, fingers crossed, we'll be able to do class without the parent for Twinkle Stars. That's all I have, unless anyone has any more questions.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys, once again, we thank you so much for taking the time to listen to us tonight. I hope we helped you feel good about bringing your kids back to dance. We're so excited to see our kiddos back in the studio, and we promise to make it a very safe, fun experience for everyone. So Again, don't hesitate to reach out to us with any questions you have. We'll be checking email tonight and all day tomorrow since registration opens. So if you're having any problems logging in or picking a class, please reach out to us. Otherwise, we can't wait to see your kids in person very soon. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.